And we got a great heat as well.
It is absolutely pumping, and this is a howler and a heartbreaker for Aussie surf fans because everyone loves watching these guys surf. No one wants to see anyone exit the competition.
It is cooking, and J.Willcox, Rich, had this one during the break.
Oh, Chippo on the backhand, blast. That first turn off the top and a second. Little wobble. And then he got a second wave. Bigger, more down the line action here. Love these big backside hooks under the lip. And Chippo is no stranger to these.
Lining one up here, well positioned. Let's see if he can lock in, find some cover. Rolling through this one, out onto the open face. And rips straight into one of his trademark frontside carves and adds the extras on the inside. No, he comes undone. Shocker.
GP, G.Pittar, and that was a tasty little nugget. Just a cute barrel ride. You can see disappearing, comes in.
From North Narrabeen, he's out there. He's been just a heat win away from qualifying for the tour. And J.Kerr also starting his Challenger Series campaign as we see J.Kerr just hammer that section, just the one move.
Willcox, this is just big drive and bottom turn, attacks the lip. Plenty of venom, just the one turn, but...
I tell you what's happened here. These waves have been just rifling down the bank all morning. Here goes Kersey.
Deep in this one, got a good line into it. He's going to come out. The twin fin providing the speed that he needed. Bit of a two-stage cutback, but the points are banked already. Incredibly deep barrel. And Kersey's still going on this one. Gets the finish. And that is going to be the strongest ride in that opening exchange now. J.Pittar dropped a 5.33. Willcox with a few rides now. The line into this one was so deep.
This is incredible. Ew, that's all I feel like screaming out. That is what we're here for. And there's not a surfer alive who doesn't want to take off deep, put the pedal to the metal, and just go screaming through a chamber like that. Kersey kicks off his campaign in this heat with a screamer, Rich.
It actually simplifies everything, doesn't it? When you get a wave like this that just has a throaty barrel on it.
A generation that's risen through the Challenger Series and got to the tour. Some of them have been knocked off before George, like J.Willcox. They'd all be slapping each other on the back as we see D.Moffat lock in. Comes out, drives out on the open face, rips into a nice cut down, climbs on the roof, falls out of the sky. That's going to be the best wave so far from all four competitors. But how throaty was that pit on the outside?
He's just right at home, but this thing free falls into it late, hangs on for dear life, flies out on the open face and just puts the rail to work.
You know what was really cool? That end section was just icing on the cake. Watch this, straight onto his toe side rail. He did well to actually slow down and hit the brakes. George was all over that wave, and he was actually 2 metres deep and deeper, and he would have been in the perfect slot zone to drive through it. But Dylan, to his credit, kind of almost doing a stall takeoff. Live action here at
more
Kersey.
barrels. J.Kerr finds more cover here, winds through the big roundhouse.
Yeah.
Classy stuff from the veteran, 41 years of age.
Mate, this is what you dream of as a competitive surfer. Heats like this.
But he's an unbelievable tube ride. Let's have a look at this one for J.Kerr from the takeoff.
Yeah, great line here through the barrel. Josh streaking down the line. I love this rebound. Perfect roundhouse cutback into rebound.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, these four-man heats, everyone, like, you look through every heat and every surfer's, like, the best. So it's like every heat's super hard. So just to get through another one.
It's really coming on for this round of 32. J.Kerr during the break, finding more cover out there, Rich.
Oh, God, he's such a barrel pig, isn't he? He just finds him. Gets that little lip gliding floater to finish off.
Packed with some of the Australian favourites. Offshore conditions, Kersey having a look at one on the inside there, Rich, but give us the update on what we're looking at this afternoon. And while we went through those highlights, J.Willcox got to his feet and got busy whipping that board through a couple of big backhand hooks.
Yeah, Jacob brings this one all the way through and just trying to improve on that 4.43. May have bettered it by just a couple of points or a point. Yeah, looks like he is going to put a little bit more pressure on Dylan and George. Going to see someone pop out of the barrel. We did.
George Houdini just emerges from nowhere there. Looking forward to seeing the start of this one. Whips a couple of cutties, 2.5 minutes to go. The wave keeps providing, so he stays with it right through to the inside. Throws his hand up.
See how deep he got, drives through it, takes off under the lip, and extended barrel time, comes out with the big swoop and rebound off the foam, and then does some great work through this inside. George just stitching this together all the way down the line.
But there was no drag, and he was flying through that thing.
D.Moffat still hanging on to the highest number of the heat, now looking for a backup score, not waiting for the big barrel to come his way, going to turns instead. Committed stuff, and not finished with this one yet. Bit of foam on the face, and he continues to clout this one right down the line.
Well, it was a good choice at that point, with a minute, and a half just over. Wait for something. He had such a small backup score. Now Dill double pump off the bottom turn into a nice layback slash. And then again does some great snaps down the line. Tricky wave too, as it hits a bit of backwash.
So it's hard, but there is bigger waves with better quality in them and more numbers in them. And J.Willcox has connected with one here. This already feels like it's going to be much stronger than the 507. Couple of big hits on the outside, brings it through, banks it off the foam, looks out the back with 35 seconds to go and says, wow, that might be the one that I needed. Also making comparisons to D.Moffat's 7.6 and George's 7.53. Bigger throaty away for Dill, and some huge turns, a massive.
George up again.
Grabs the wall of the wave, trying to maximise his time behind the curtain. But that wave just steamrolls down the sandbar without him, and he has to find the doggy door, punches through that curtain. The old boy, he's not done. And he is looking to take flight here on the twin, gets the rotation. He was trying to better a 5.83. What a lineup, what a heat.
It was about the only thing left that we hadn't seen was the air. So Kersey just finishing the bag of mixed lollies for us.
I'm still not sure who's going to progress through this one. George had that really deep barrel. We're seeing the Stonewood slow-mo of the rotation for Kersey.
Yeah, always really hard to perform these airs with the offshore blowing, but Kersey, not a problem for him. Look, I don't know whether that air is going to come into the picture in terms of a top two score for him, but his position at the...
Couple of judges saying yes, yeah, it looks like he's going to get there. 6.9, J.Willcox doesn't just get the second, he gets himself to the lead, pumps the fist.